In this list, we look at some rather disturbing videos that belong to killers and lunatics. Once found, they were released to the public. Not all of these are home videos, we have also included some CCTV footage. Number 5. Anatoly Slivko tapes. This deranged maniac was a serial killer from the Soviet Union. Between 1964 and 1985, he murdered 7 boys between the ages of 7 and 17. The man was truly twisted. In 1961, at the age of 21, Slivko witnessed a horrific traffic accident in which a boy wearing a Boy Scout uniform was killed. He said that the brutality of the scene sexually excited him. During the same time of the accident, Slivko worked at a boys' club and began to exploit his position there. Once or twice a year, he would get the children to reenact the accident. He would also get the children to partake in an experiment that he had invented. He would hang the children upside down, wait until they became unconscious, then would revive them. While they were unconscious, he would perform horrific acts on them. During some of the experiments, he became violent. Once the victims were unconscious, he would dismember their bodies, then set them on fire to remind himself of the traffic accident. The police finally caught him after a lengthy investigation into a missing persons case. He was sentenced to death on 7 counts of murder, sexual abuse, and necrophilia. He was executed on the 16th of September 1989 by a gunshot to the head. When police searched his home, they found several videotapes. It turns out the sick individual filmed all the experiments he had done. Now, of course, I'm not going to show the gruesome parts, but they are available on the web. Number 4. Robert Pickton prison cell tapes. Robert Pickton is a Canadian serial killer and former multi-millionaire pig farmer. He is believed to have murdered 49 women from 1983 to 2002. Although he was only charged with 26. He killed most of his victims in his slaughterhouse and would then feed their remains to his pigs. This even led to health officials issuing a tainted meat warning to customers who bought pork that came from his farm. He was eventually caught by the police after a series of events. In 1997, he tried to murder a prostitute who he took back to his farm. She told the police that Robert had handcuffed her, then stabbed her several times with a knife. She managed to escape. He was charged with the attempted murder of the prostitute, but was later released. After this, police kept a close eye on him. The police then noticed that women who visited his farm would go missing. The police then searched his farm in 2002. He was charged with 26 counts of murder after the police had found human remains while excavating his farm. He was sentenced to life in prison with no possibility of parole for 25 years. While in jail, an undercover officer was put in his cell to act as an inmate in order to get information out of him. This is what was found on the CCTV footage of his cell. It's pretty disturbing hearing the way he described he would dispose of the bodies.
So what do you got? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. What? Yeah. What are you fucking this up? Okay, I know what's up. You fucking if you got a fucking missing person. Sorry, we better fucking cut you in it. You know what fucking ocean is this? You much love it. Any better than that? Who? Me? No. No shit.
Number 3. Columbine home movies. Most of you probably know what an horrific event Columbine was, but for those that don't, it was a mass shooting that occurred at Columbine High School in Colorado on April 20th, 1999. The shooters were 2 senior students at the school, Eric Harris and Dylan Klebold. As well as the shootings, they placed bombs in the cafeteria, 99 explosive devices, and bomb-rigged cars around the school. They killed 12 students and 1 teacher and then killed themselves. They also injured 21 people. Their motives for the attack remains unclear, but home videos were found at their homes which may give an insight into their madness. These are not the Columbine basement tapes in which we have discussed in a previous video. These are different home movies and summer school projects. It's pretty creepy watching them, knowing what they were planning.
Go ahead. Look, I don't care
what you say. If you ever touch him again, I will freaking kill you. I'm gonna pull out a goddamn shotgun and blow your damn head off. Do you understand, you little worthless piece of crap?
Number 2. Ricardo Bjork Stalker. Ricardo Lopez, otherwise known as the Bjork Stalker, was an American pest control officer who attempted to kill Icelandic singer Bjork in September 1996. In 1993, Ricardo became obsessed with the singer and grew increasingly angry over her relationship with musician Goldie. Within a 9-month period, Ricardo made a video diary at his apartment. In them, he talked about Bjork and many other strange topics. Towards the final videos, he began to show himself making a letter bomb which was rigged with sulfuric acid, in which he was sending to Bjork's home in London. He sent the bomb to try to kill or disfigure the singer. On September 12, 1996, he made a video of him going to the post office to send the bomb off. He later returned home and committed suicide on camera. Police discovered his decomposing body 4 days later and also found his video diary. After viewing the tapes, they were able to intercept the bomb that was in the mail. Ricardo's plan was that hopefully the bomb would kill Bjork, then as he committed suicide they would be united in heaven. Now, I won't show the suicide, but I will show the moments right before it. Number 1. Columbine CCTV tapes. Once again, Columbine makes the list. This time, it's of the CCTV footage of what took place in the cafeteria. The original footage is 3 hours long, but I have cut it down into parts in which events take place. At first, students are weary as they could hear gunfire and possibly some explosions. Then, teachers and security tell the students to evacuate the school, and this is when panic sets in. Soon after this, students begin to calm down and some hide under tables, and teachers and security walk through. A small explosion is then seen. Shortly after this, the dust settles from the explosion and there is a small amount of movement from the students. Teachers and security then come back running through the cafeteria as if they are running away. Then there's 2 more explosions. After this, Eric and Dylan are seen as they both walk through the cafeteria and then begin to start shooting. Then, Dylan throws something and it explodes and starts a fire. After this, Eric and Dylan both leave, then another explosion occurs which causes a fire. The shooters then appear on and off camera a few times. They then leave once again. Shortly after, they kill themselves. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to check out our other videos and don't forget to subscribe to keep updated with us. Goodbye.